Hey everybody, welcome back into some more Final Fantasy IV. And this one we're going to change up a little bit. You're going to notice a lot more editing going on in this video. Kind of needs to be done. If we're going to cram all of these videos into a somewhat watchable bit of time, where we can actually get it within, you know, like let's say a 16-hour time frame, we're going to have to cut out the random battles. So I hope you don't mind incredibly bad, but yeah, we're going to cut out some of the random battles here. Pretty much out of necessity. And you'll see it happening before too long, because there will be a lot in here. And again, basically, let's see, I cut this down from a 51-minute video to, I want to say, 35? There was a lot of battles. Battles take up the large majority of the time, whether you realize it or not. And here we go. So I left one in. Actually, I might leave a few in this, if I remember correctly, but I wanted to show off, like, oh, here's Bard Song. Here's what we have as our new stuff. You know, coming on with Edward. Bard Song, by the way, is like super fucking powerful. You'll see I actually do use it later on. A lot. A super lot. That is... Yo, we give Edward a lot of shit for being completely worthless, right? Yeah, not in this one. Honestly, if he were there later in the game, he would be one of the more powerful dudes. Because that Bard Song is super broken. Like, super, super broken. So that may be one of the last few random battles that we'll see in this entire playthrough right there. Like I said, there's some, you know, like I know full well when we get Yang, right away we're in a battle, so you're gonna see him. I'll be damned, I really thought that I took the battles out of this one. Maybe it's the next one where we take the battles out, and that's why this is 35 minutes or something. Or maybe I do it later in this video. I can't exactly fast forward without screwing up my timeline here, so... not worth it. Whatever, they're quick kills anyways. Either way, though, I took 16 minutes out of this video editing something. God knows what, but I did something. I guess we'll figure it out on the way. I swear to God, I really swear to God that I took the fights out of this, though. It's probably because the same day I edited, like, the next 9 videos together, and basically all those are missing all the fights. So I got really used to not having battles in my videos really quickly. Hopefully that's okay with you guys. Like I said, I really just wanted to cram it in so that we can get these videos actually done. You know, like, if I'm gonna play a playthrough on video of, you know, this game, let's say I do an 8-hour broadcast beforehand, I want to be able to get the video done in 16. And that way I can come back live at the same time the next day and, you know, continue on with the next game. Or the playthrough of whatever we left off at the night before. It makes sense. So, hopefully this all works out okay. This is July 1st when I'm recording the audio for this. So I still have a ways to go, but yeah, 5 months from now is when the real pressure hits me trying to figure out exactly how to time everything. We'll see how it plays out. I won't even have a clue until I actually get the videos, like, somewhat finished up, so... it's just a matter of time, quite honestly. It's still this is a huge undertaking in 5 months, by the way. Like, I should have started this much sooner than I did. But, yeah, we'll get most of it done, if not a lot. And worst comes to worst, oh god, no, I'll just broadcast more live hours. Damn. But there's been a lot of questions already about, you know, like, what's going on with Final Fantasy Month, because a lot of people aren't reading the notes that I send with the videos, you're just clicking on the link. Bad. Like, at least read the titles. That's all I'm saying. Because I've had so many questions from people being like, well, you're gonna ruin Final Fantasy Month if it's all videos. Like, it's not going to be. I even say in the videos constantly that I will have live broadcast every single night. And that, you know, we're just gonna make it like Dan's, where he has a bunch of recordings so that we can keep it up 24 hours. That's it. Like, there's nothing else is changing to it. Every single day we're still gonna be live. Yeah, everybody's overlooking the obvious parts. So I get the same questions 7 times a day. These maps are so ridiculously overkill. Like, I don't even know why I finished off some of these maps, really. I do, because I'm a completionist like that. But, like, it's super unnecessary. It really is. Some of these items you get aren't worth the extra time and effort and all the extra battles that you go through just to get there. I mean, they're really not. I wish I could say they were, but they're really fucking not. Ooh. Dead word is best word. Never fails. See, like, this is one of the other reasons that I feel like cutting out most of these throughout the playthrough. I mean, you know, here's a whopping minute, God forbid. You know, but here's an extra minute on the video here while we watch Edward die, and then, you know, like, what would happen on the other ones, I'm just gonna go, you know, cut back in at this point, and you see me going into the menu like, oh shit, someone died. But you'll still see all the levels, you know, yeah, all the boss fights. So, nothing's really going to be missed, it's just all the fucking random battles, and when I say that there were a lot, I'm not joking. Like, I played the Super Nintendo game a whole ton, right? It's ridiculous how many more battles there are in this version. Like, all my guys were like level fucking 75 and 85 and stuff like that by the time that I'd finished this game, and that's super insane. When you really put it into perspective, that is super fucking insane. So, I mean, this is why I didn't have an issue with the game, though, is I fought every random battle. Well, okay, maybe not every one of them, but, you know, pretty fucking close to. Crumps presses all the wrong buttons trying to figure out how the hell to get into his menu. I just wanted to see the map, man. Yeah, I really thought that this is where I started taking the fights out. Like, I almost want to go back. If I hadn't recorded 6 minutes of this audio already, I actually would, and I'd spend another couple minutes taking all the fights out. But you know what? Effort. It's gonna be just as much to go through and record the rest of this as it is to actually go back and cut those out. So enjoy the one last video wherein we have random battles. After this, they're gonna be on. Might as well give that Lamia harp to Edward just in case I actually attack with him, because that does add sleep onto enemies. Lamia, however you want to pronounce it, you know what I mean. Haha! See, I knew it was somewhere. I knew it was somewhere around these parts, so that's what's gonna happen from now on. This is how we save the remainder of our time in this playthrough now. I knew it was gonna happen. And of course, save up every chance you get, because there is literally no reason not to. When it's free to do, yeah, go ahead and save. Even at that point, I can tell you already that I had issues, because, like, the fact that Edward died the one time, well, okay, let's be honest, I kind of expected that, and I'm sure everyone did. But, you know, like, there's still fights that they'll catch up to you. Like, you get a bunch of those yellow jellies or yellow slimes, whatever you want to call them, and you know, if you're not paying attention or you don't have radio with any magic points, you're gonna have a long fucking fight. So, I mean, there are the ones that will catch you off guard. I will give this game credit for that. The random battles are scarier than the fucking boss fights. Like, immensely scarier. Like, I've died to more random battles in this, which, again, you're never gonna notice. You might. In the Tower of Zot, the very first fight we get into, I wind up getting wiped in, like, 2 rounds. I didn't leave it in. I'll tell you that in advance. I did not leave that in. But yeah, like, see how often these happen? Like, the absolute, like, just magnitude of random battles that you get in this version is insane. It really is. And of course, like I said, me being the completionist, I've got to run all around, grab all the damn loot, etc., etc. I don't even remember the specific reason for optimizing there, quite honestly. I looked away for like 2 seconds and all I saw was optimizing. Like, huh, okay, usually I'd make mention, but yeah, you kind of don't know. This one I don't remember. This loot, if I remember correctly, is the confusing one to me. Why the fuck did I go back in here again? Oh, because after the fight, Edward died. See what I mean? Like, you're gonna be like, why in the hell is he going into his menu for like the second straight time? Yeah, there was a battle, so yeah. The fun of not remembering. Yeah, a second Shadow Blade. So I go into my menu again, I'm like, isn't this what I have equipped? It is. I don't remember that being in the Super Nintendo version, but I'm gonna go back and look now, because I seriously do not remember a second weapon for Cecil being in here. It could just be because I don't go to that part of the cave, like, ever. But I really do not remember that being there. At all. And that's a cheap place to put a fucking fight, right before the boss fight. Douche move, game. Douche move. Also, Cecil's already at 500 health. Like, there's so many weird differences like that between the SNES and this. Like, Cecil's just like, not, you know, oh my god, insanely more powerful. But the health levels, like, oh my god, on everybody, they're totally different. And the ugly son of a bitch. Ah, just creepy looking, man. Those eyes, dude. By the way, exclamation mark antlion. And we finally use it, ladies and gentlemen. Work it up. It's so happy looking. Just the run it takes, the fucking smile on its face the whole time. Just that thing is fucking adorable. Yeah, so here's what I wasn't expecting. Here's one of the major differences right off the bat. So don't attack it when its eyes are red. Here's why. Yeah, I didn't know anything about this fight. You know, I just assumed it would basically be the same where he'd counter you every single time with pincers. And didn't know what was going on. Look at how quick that regens, by the way. That's how OP Bard Song is. That regen is broken, dude. Like, broken. So watch the eyes on Antlion. There you go, now it's white. Which means, oh, fun timing. Do it again. I fucking love this thing. This thing is so goddamn cute. It's ugly as hell on, like, the, you know, the DS remake graphics and everything, but it's cute as hell. It's just, it's a chocobo. Enough said. Ow. Oh, Edward does still have hide. I didn't even notice that. Cecil's turn earlier, I would have done that darkness way sooner, so I would have been prepared for this, but I also didn't know the timing, and like I said, this was my first time seeing this version of the fight. Still brings me back to like the old school days of how we used to do this fight on Super Nintendo. Summon Chocobo as many times as you can with Rydia, which was usually about 3. Beat the shit out of it with Cecil and hope to God that Edward dies? I also don't remember if it's this music right here or not, but I guess it makes sense. It makes sense for it to be this music, but I don't remember it being this music. Again, could be completely wrong. That's one of those things I'm going to check. Now, the fun part, here's a thing we definitely don't have on Super Nintendo. Emergency exits. Fuck this place, I'm out. I gotta wonder about some of those noises coming from outside. Sorry if you do hear random clanging and shit like that. I'll try to remember to take it out and edit, but I probably won't remember. Let's be honest here. I will most likely forget. As always, save up when you get to a point when you can. Cannot stress this enough as far as RPGs go. Oh, by the way, make multiple save files. Final Fantasy Tactics. Looking at you. Because there's parts in Tactics where you can get totally screwed into a corner. I'm still looking for that ether, by the way. Yeah, let's hit her with a Shadow Blade. That'll fix Rosa. Every time. 100% fix. Best doctor. Cecil Doctor. Best doctor. Figure. Theme of love plays. Tabitha comes over. Hi, Tabby. Had to leave that in. That was too cute. Hi. I love that this kitten actually talks to me. The audio so you can hear the purring. I should also put my camera on so you can see this. It's fucking adorable. Damn, you're like 6 decibels, and you're... Jesus. She's like 5 feet away from this microphone, and she's still making that much noise. That's pretty impressive, honey. That's pretty damn impressive, baby. Meanwhile... And yes, I will shut up for the cutscenes, don't worry. But everybody, you know what to do. Sing along if you know the song. Derp, 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 I play the harp. I love how that they cut like right into it. Like, yeah, we don't need to hear this bitch playing fucking harp anymore. Dear Edward, shut up and die. Signed, everybody that plays this game and just wants Bart song from you. Get out! I still remember this fight on Super Nintendo was like the scariest thing for a while during the speedruns. Because he could kill you. He could very easily kill you. This guy does not have an actual health pool on Super Nintendo. If he does, it's more than the final boss, from what I have heard. But basically, it's just triggered that you have to hit him 3 times. So you can hit him 3 times for 9,999 damage. It's still going to take 3 hits. You can hit him for 1. You can hit him for 9,999. Don't matter. But yeah, he's killed many a speedrun for me before, because Edward just decided, yeah, I don't really need to land this harp. I'll just play it in the near vicinity of you and fail really fucking miserably.
Anna!
Edward, I can be with you but for this moment. The spirit calls me onward to become a part of it again.
Don't leave me, Anna!
Edward, you must be brave. Golbez cannot be allowed to have the crystals. You gave your love to me once. Now share it with all the world.
Anna, my love. I will try. But what would you have me do?
there and you spread that love, you son of a bitch. No, I don't know, play music. It would make perfect fucking sense. That's just me. That's just me. And yes, you can still hear Tabby purring over here. Wow, really? Just a leather cap was all she picked up in optimization there? I should have switched off Edward's stuff onto her. Although, honestly, it kinda don't matter. You'll understand. It kinda don't matter. Hey, I don't want to spoil a story for you. Can you tell I know what's coming? By the way, always put your mages and weak people like Edward in the back row. You can switch around so you can have 2 or 3 in the back row, depending on what type of group setup you have. But being that it's always a guaranteed group setup, you're, you know, like once you know who's coming and who's going to show up or who you have in the group and whatnot, it makes it really easy to figure out. But for example, like that setup was because in the next fight, if you don't leave an open spot in the front row, your new fighter comes in the back row, and he's not as useful. In this version, he still is. What in the hell is flying by outside? You hear that? There's a fucking prop plane dying over here. And time to sell off all the bullshit. I forgot to go through and hit up on that, or hit plus on that, I should say. I didn't realize on some of these that I actually had more than one. Damn kitten, we're happy today. Having a climbing to say what's up. Hello, please. You're cute. Tabitha bringing excitement to me walking around town in Kaipo. How are you, kitten? She's adorable. So I'm sitting on my couch, right? And she's literally standing with her hind legs on my leg, standing up so that she has her front paws on my shoulder. And just standing there purring. That's her favorite thing to do. Mashes her face into my chin. That's about it. But yeah, she's actually just standing right now, for lack of a better term. Like, the more upright I put her, the more she actually balances on her back legs, so I could actually teach you to stand up if I really, really tried, I bet. This poor cat, like, my knees can't do that. Even my knees don't work like this. Alright, back over to Mount Hobbs. For once, we're not going to go to the goddamn Antlion Cave again like a total fucking moron. I've ruined a lot of speedruns that way, too. I wasted like 45 seconds in one where I finished like, it was a good like minute and a half or something like that off the world record, but I would have been so fucking close. I would have been so much closer to it at that point. Puppies. I hear puppies. I have to close my window for the next recording. Never fails. I really shouldn't have done that in the first place, but, you know. Hey, screw thinking ahead. Forward thinking is not a thing we need. Fuck that. I'm actually pretty surprised this isn't voiced. Given the other ones that they were voicing, like this one kind of sort of makes sense. That cat jumps. Holy hell, does she make noise? That actually registered on the frickin' waveform here. Look, Radio, we know we burned your town down, but, you know, could you possibly just go ahead and learn the spell, which, technically speaking, did said burning and killing of everyone that you once knew and loved? That'd be awesome. You know, we could just climb around this, because there's obviously, you know, ways up around this one little block of ice. but we totally are going to need you. Hell, we could climb the ice, but we're going to need you to burn this. Again, not traumatizing to an 8-year-old child or whatever that totally just had her entire village burnt to the ground. Not at all. Final Fantasy, ladies and gentlemen. You did it, that was incredible. Oh god, she just laughed after lighting a fire. Like, somebody's gonna have to Photoshop this in, but somebody's gonna get a picture of, like, child Rydia laughing at the fire like the Girl Scout thing. You know the meme I'm referring to. You know what I mean. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm gonna be pretty happy about one thing here. Whenever you do come back out of a fight, your music in whatever area you're in picks up right where it left off. See what I mean? So, like, it doesn't just start over every time, because, oh my god, would that have gotten repetitive. I would have had to have left the fights in, because that would have been exceptionally repetitive that quick. See, like this, I know full well that I didn't need the map, because I already looked and, you know, it gives you the 100% of the map. Good lord. Love living in an apartment complex. Good times. And yes, I know that I could have gone back in and just edited in other stuff, but, you know, hey, effort. Fuck that. This is good enough. I'm doing post-commentary on this, by the way. Like, you know, obviously, if you haven't noticed by the fact that it's edited video-wise, I'm sure you figured out that I'm post-commentarying it. If not, well, spoilers, that's how most of the shit gets done. So, and now you know, knowing being half the battle. Also, story time, just because I can see this out of the corner of my eye. We finally have our sprinkler system working here at the apartment complex. One of my neighbors left their sliding door to their kitchen wide open, and the sprinkler is turned backwards, and it's going, like, directly in their fucking screen door. I don't think that's how that was intended. That is not Blizzard working as intended material. That is, in fact, completely the opposite of what's supposed to be going on. The dog agrees. Again, apartment complex, there's gonna be other noises. Literally nothing I can do about that. Except mute it when we get up here, because it's gonna be cutscene time anyways. We have to meet a new member of our party. Again, this is why I planned ahead and left that open spot right there in the fourth... Excuse me, in the fourth area. I might as well use up Rosa. Here's my theory to that, was might as well use up Rosa or Rydia's MP, because quite honestly, we're probably not going to use most of it. Yeah, this fight plays a little differently too. Not gonna lie, this one played a little bit differently than I expected.
What's this? Clad like that? That's a monk of Fabul.
And I figured, you know what, we gotta try kicking because I want to see how powerful it is in this. I'm not gonna lie, my jaw dropped right about. Was not expecting that. That would have been the mythical shit on Super Nintendo, to kick and get one round of killing. That would have been the dream. The flat out dream right there. But it was never to be. Oof, those brakes outside. God. Alright, Ying also has focus, which basically doubles up your attack power for, I think it's 1 more, or 2 rounds, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. And I'm gonna skip over some of the animations, because they do take forever, and I was in the middle of trying to hit Life's Anthem there. yeah, it tells you there how many times you have focused. If you notice, there's a little counter on focus, on all sorts of stuff. Like, it actually tells you how many times you've done it and, you know, lets you know what your build-up is. So it lets you know that you're not going to waste anything, which is pretty cool. Freon Rosa is actually pretty decent, too. Also, I can't believe Mom Bomb is weak to darkness. You would imagine fire or lightning. Lightning is usually what it is for bomb enemies. She's storing up energy. We gotta tighten our defenses. This is the point where I realized I've already fucked up because I'm sending Rydia to basically her death here by casting a fucking Chocobo. So I realize how bad I fucked up. Yeah, she's already counting down too, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna get like anyone's turn here. Oh boy. I was pretty sure I hit the Fen there, but apparently I had not. And explosions! Yeah, it wouldn't matter. So I was like, I was flabbergasted at that damage, honestly. Like, that was a, oh my fucking god, what? That was a bad moment. But I figure, screw it, I know Kick is pretty powerful, so let's give it a shot and tough this out with Yang, if anything. Because that didn't work. I should have killed somebody first. That was pretty stupid on my part. Although that worked out pretty well again. That kick is pretty fucking powerful, honestly. And I think... yeah, okay, I was gonna say, I think we get that high potion to fire. And now you know you're pretty safe, so screw it, keep kicking. Well, okay, I thought I was pretty safe, and then they started exploding. Like, they self-destructed really fucking quick. But we'll take it. Victory is victory, and quite honestly, I really didn't need anybody else alive. Edward, maybe, but debatable. But yep, we're finally going to wind up with Yang in our party. The Monk Grandmaster. One of my favorites, honestly, because he's pretty effing powerful no matter what you got him in. Get him some Cat Claws and Lightning Claws later on? Yeah, he'll tear machinery to shreds. But fair enough, we're coming up on the... I'll do a little spiel here. We're coming up on the end of the video. So... don't forget, we got a quick little, 3 to 5 minute break coming up here. Gonna run some ads, but if you are subscribed to the channel, you're gonna wind up seeing some Theatrhythm instead, where I'll play some song for you, basically off of Theatrhythm, cut that in. But yeah, if you would, whitelisting the site through your ad blocker would be absolutely freaking amazing. I'd appreciate the hell out of it. That's basically why these cut every 20 minutes or so, is I figured, okay, this is where we're gonna run the ads during Final Fantasy month. So anything there helps out. Designed by Human should have some shirts up. We probably have one up on Twitch as well. I'm going way in advance on this. If you're watching this on YouTube in July, yeah, no, wait till December for any of this to make sense. But honestly, though, just thank you guys and gals for all the support in the first place. But check that out. We got Amazon links. We've got, you name it, dude. Retro Game Box is pretty cool if you're into retro games, which, hey, you're here, so... check that out. You get 3 to 5 per month, guaranteed. Basically you can say no sports games, etc. Whatever you want, they'll work it to you. So check some of these things out, man. All of it helps support the cast. There's some really good places in the first thing, so check it out. See if you're interested. But yeah, here's Yang joining the party. We're just about done here, so I'm just gonna wrap it up vocally here, and I'll catch you back in a few minutes.